An ascended master that came for you to step into your higher power. Doesn't that sound amazing? Well, let me tell you about one of the ascended masters who are really stepping forward in this day and age to embrace yourself in your highest power, in your highest potential. Wouldn't we all want to do that? Let me explain who I'm talking about and what you can do to connect yourself with this amazing energy as well. Hi, my name is Ayesha, and I'm an Akashic Records reader and also a cosmic guide for Starseeds who are ready to step into their highest potential. And it's only been 2 days that I encountered this new Ascended Master. I mean, I knew of her name and I knew some bits of her, that she was very brave and very young, and that she led an army in France. And even though I didn't really know her, I never searched any history of her, I never knew what she was about. Somehow her name did something to me. It's almost like it resonates on a soul level, like you don't know, but you know, if you know what I mean. And how did this master, this ascended master, came to me? Well, she's an ascended master, which means that she's not only available for me, she is there to support humanity, and she really stems from a larger group. Perhaps you heard of the Christ consciousness, of the White Brotherhood of Light, of the orders. There are a lot of orders: the Order of the Violet Flame, the Order of the Rose, the Order of the Rosicrucians. There are a lot of order. And this particular Ascended Master, she belongs to the Order of the Magdalenas. And the Magdalena is a title, you know. And of course, the most well known name figure in human history of the Magdalenas is, of course, Mary Magdalene. She is actually called Magdalene because she is of the Magdalenas. And she also belongs to this group. And this ascended master that I'm referring to is also part of this group. So Mary Magdalene is a part of this group, Joseph of Arimathea, Yeshua, Archangel Michael, and Mother Mary, because Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene are really like very close. Mother Mary was the most supreme mentor of Mary Magdalene. So this ascended master is also part of this group. And during her lifetime, she was really guided and mentored by other ascended masters who came before her. So, what is really an ascended master? Well, an ascended master, the masters that I'm referring to, were all once human, and they all lived on this planet. And they endured hardships. They know every aspect of human suffering, of how to overcome hardships, how to really be separate from God's source, how to lose everything and everyone in their lives. However, they overcame it. And one of the reasons they were really able to survive really, really hard times. I mean, I'm really talking about, well, you have to read the Sophia Code by Kaira, because it's explained what 7 of the ascended masters were going through. And I'm talking about rape. I'm talking about being abandoned by your family, these kind of things, you know, seeing your loved ones get murdered before your eyes, things like that. It's really hard to deal with those things, right? However, one of the main reasons they were able to go through these times were because they called in the divine. They called in and they asked for help. They allowed themselves to connect with spirit, with God's source, and also they acknowledged the divine within themselves. So they they knew that whatever they were going through was not only for themselves, but it was really like a living example for other people to learn and to see how hardships can be overcome. And each of the ascended masters have their own unique abilities, their own unique story, and emphasizes on different aspects of human life, right? So this ascended master, I'm going to say soon which one I'm talking about. This ascended master is all about bravery, all about boldly moving forward, all about not being afraid and go against the rules and regulations of the time. I mean, she was 18 when she was a general, when she became like a really powerful leader. Imagine that, even now these days, a woman having such a high position. And back then, I'm not quite sure what century we are talking about, a few centuries ago. Back then, it was unheard of. However, she did it. And she did it not by herself. Of course, she was well trained on the physical level. She knew how to use her sword. She knew how to like strategically guide her troops through all different kinds of situations. However, she also relied on the divine. And this is exactly what Joan of Arc, this is the Ascended Master that I'm talking about, is teaching us. She came to me because she knew that I was open to receive her message and I was ready to teach others. And if you are one of the benevolent starseeds and light workers who feel that it's now the time to step into your highest potential, into your mission, then this might be exactly for you. This might be the exact timing. Because in ancient times, and not that long ago, still even today, we are faced with ridicule. We are faced with people not believing in us because we are of the highest love and light. We want to anchor love on this planet, but it's not very easy. And we also really experienced how it was when people were prosecuting us, how we were hunted down, how we were killed, and how we were put aside outside of our communities and were left by ourselves. And that's very hard to deal with. So a lot of star seeds and light workers are shutting off. They were like, I'm too afraid, of course, to show the light, to speak our truth. However, it's necessary because we live in this amazing times, but it's very chaotic. This is what ascension is. And we can't keep all the knowledge we gain from all these lifetimes, from all the different dimensions and all the experiences and all the memories, we can't keep it to ourselves. And it's scary to go out there. It's scary to put yourself out there and say that you are talking to dragons and that you lived um, as a pirate or whatever, that you lived in Sirius or somewhere else outside these planets. It's very hard to conceive because we were trained with our logical mind and with our rational thinking. And a lot of us were incarnated in families, in surroundings, in situations where we were alone in our thinking, in our energy. And that's not because we are better, but that's because our souls, before we came incarnated as a human, choose the love, choose the light. And that is what we are standing for. And that is what we should talk about and should express eternally, externally, I should say, eternally as well. So, having a community of star seeds, even though we live so far apart on this globe, is amazing, isn't it? Because you are not alone. You are not crazy in what you feel. You perceive energies and impressions and images of other dimensions and other realities. And you know that life shouldn't be this hard for everyone. Life should be about joy and abundance and about expression and about creativity and about, of course, there are other things as well, because denying the dark side, I think in the end, is not a wise thing to do as well. Because the truth is, if you want to really embrace yourself in the here and now, that is reality, right? That it's not only rainbows and butterflies, but if we emphasize on the good thing, opening your heart, focus on your heart, and focus on your heart's desires. If everyone should do this, right, then the world will be a better place. So, Joan of Arc is the symbol of moving forward no matter what people tell you to do, no matter what pushback you perceive, you just go for it. And it really strengthens your heart if you know that you're not alone and if you know that you have a guided structure. And I provide this guided structure within this space of a 6-week initiation where we go step by step each week. We dive into deeper into yourself. And the thing is, it's very exciting to tell because she told me that I have to start with an Akashic Records reading, a very minimum one. And I say I have to do this. It's not about that. I mean, if an entity is high vibe and Joan of Arc is as well, it's not about them telling you what to do, and it's not about you obeying them, but it's really letting you know what you're on a soul level desire the most, and they are explaining it to you, right? So it's basically you, what you ask for or what you wish. And of course you can always say no. I could have said no to her, but I felt in my heart so strongly that this was the way to go. And I also have to tell you this: the book, The Sophia Code, is really amazing. If you do the self initiations of the book and do your energetic work every single day, which is about meditating, about journaling, about doing your affirmations, about positive thinking, things like that, not hours and hours and hours, but you have to really commit yourself to do it every single day. Like brushing your teeth, you don't skip brushing your teeth every day, right? So part of your journey is to do your energetic work. And what was I about to say? Everything is going so fast in my head. Well, she is telling that it's really good to not only focus on the higher masculine energy, like the yang energy, the fire energy, Aries, Leo, fire, do action steps, taking divine action steps. However, it's also good to embrace the yin, because the balance between them is what brings you forward, is what moves you forward. It's not all about going forward and not standing still and do your thing. It's also about taking a step back, to relax, to receive the divine, to have self-compassion, self-love, and lose your self-judgment, because we are so harsh on ourselves. We have to do this, we shouldn't do that, we must do that. No, it's also about being gentle, having some grace for yourself, and having some gentle patience. And this is also what we are going to go on this journey. This is what I wanted to say. Before we enter this 6-week journey, I'm going to dive into your personal Akashic Records and ask your Akashic Records guides what's the most divine action step you can take at this moment, whether it's on a personal level or maybe business wise. And this is really the basic of this 6-week journey, because even though we are in this container of 12 other Starseeds and Lightworkers, this is your personal journey. It's about you. It's about what you can do for yourself to move forward, because you came here with a mission. You came here to anchor love and light. And what is for you the best step moving forward? And this is really amazing, because this makes it personal, right? So even though we are on this program together, on this energetic journey, it's still about your own personal stuff. And this makes it so amazing. So let me tell you, it's really all about finding the strength and the courage to move forward. So there are a few spirits we are going to work with. Your higher self, which is a very important guidance you can have access to like 24/7, basically all spirits. So your higher self, Sophia, this is like God's source. I call her Sophia because of Kaya Ra's book, The Sophia Code. Read that book, really, please do, because it makes so much more sense. and also Sophia Gaia are planets, and ascended masters, and which ones are also there during this 6 week journey? The dragons. Well, if you think about fiery energy, about wisdom, about truth, about not being afraid, about just do it and stand in your power, dragon energy is the way to go, right? Don't you think that dragons belong here as well? And also within the book, the Sophia Code, the dragons play a really big part of your personal journey. So, yeah, she told me that the dragons should be included as well. What else can I share about this beautiful journey? I'm really excited. And if you feel like you are ready to finally step into your empowerment, just go for it. Just do it. Don't hesitate. Don't think with your mind, because there are only 12 spots available, right? And if you enroll into the initiations, you press early 5, which makes you give a discount. And this discount counts until May 24th. So you get a discount. And yeah, we still live in this 3D world and money is important. So I think it's a good way to start your journey with less payment, right? So let me know if you have a question about this initiation. If you want to connect with me at forehand, you have questions, whatever, don't hesitate to ask me, send me an email, or send me a WhatsApp. I'm very happy to connect with you. And I really hope to see you inside this beautiful journey. We start May 30th. Every Saturday, we have this live masterclass, which is at, I have to say it right, 8 p.m. Amsterdam Berlin time. I will write it down what other time zones this is. And every Thursday at 6 p.m. Amsterdam Berlin time, there is a live Q&A where you can ask questions about your weekly progress. We connect with the other students, because I think it's really great to learn from each other, to know what other questions are out there, and we can really support each other and learn from each other. And there are also bonuses included. And just look it up. Just go to my website. You'll see it all there. And I'm very happy to connect with you. And let's enroll. Let's go on this Joan of Arc journey together. See you inside. Bye.